Namaste and welcome to all of you to my YouTube channel. My name is Gurudra Prasad Paudil. I'm an IELTS, PT, Duolingo and language instructor. Today in this short video, I'm going to talk about the scoring criteria which are used to assess our writing for both IELTS academic and general training. So let's start the video talking about the very first scoring criteria which is used as the measuring instrument to assess our writing in our IELTS examination. The very first scoring criteria which is used in the IELTS examination is task achievement. If you see the official IELTS band descriptor, you clearly see task achievement as one of the scoring criteria in our IELTS writing. The word task achievement means you are expected to write down based on the demand of your questions. You will try your best to address what does your question demand for. For example, if you are writing an essay in the IELTS writing task 2, if you are asked to write down the advantages and disadvantages of computer, then your focus should be on writing about the advantages in one paragraph and writing about the disadvantages in the next paragraphs. Anyhow, you must address the demand of your questions. That is task achievement in simple terms. The another scoring criteria which is also used as the measuring scoring criteria is lexical resources. What do we mean by the phrase lexical resources? That means vocabulary. Basically the words that you use in your writing. Your writing is determined, or the band score of your writing is determined in terms of the vocabularies that you have used in your IELTS writing. That matters a lot. Basically, those vocabularies which are diverse, those vocabularies which are suitable to in your writing are considered. The evaluator, let's say the examiner, will see whether you have used diverse range of vocabularies in your writing or not. Whether the vocabularies used by you are appropriate enough in your writing or not. That matters. So always try your best to use different types of vocabularies. Always try your best to use synonyms, and you try your best not to repeat the same words in your writing. If you repeat the same word time and again in your writing, then you will be considered as poor in your writing. So keep in mind about that one. Well, facing the IELTS examination, basically the writing examination of both academic and general training. And the third scoring criteria that we are going to talk about right now is grammatical range and accuracy. What do you mean by the word grammatical range and accuracy? This is quite important. All the participants who face the examination should be familiar with this criteria, grammatical range and accuracy. That means the structural varieties that you use in your writing matters a lot. The structural varieties. What does that mean? You are expected to use diverse range of structures in your writing. For example, some of the diversities, some of the varieties of writing structures, the grammatical structures can be simple sentence as one of the varieties of structures. Simple sentence. For example, if you write down without adding any conjunctions, And if you write down simply following subject, verb and object pattern in your writing, that would be known as simple sentence. For example, university education enhances human efficiency. University education enhances human efficiency. You have not added any conjunction there. You have not added any relative clause there. You have not written in passive form there. So that sort of sentence is known as simple sentence. So this is expected to write down. Another structural varieties under the grammatical range and accuracy is compound sentence. The use of compound sentence in our IELTS writing is very crucial for us to get the desired band score in our examination. Compound sentence, by adding the different grammatical features, just like conjunctions. If you add two sentences together by adding the conjunction like and, but, or, that sort of sentence will be known as compound sentence. For example, corruption is one of the major problems of South Asian countries, and it has deeply affected the society of the South Asian countries. That is compound sentence. Basically, the two sentences which are linked together with the help of prepositions, with the help of conjunctions, and, but, or is known as compound sentence. And another structural varieties which is equally considered in our IELTS writing under the criteria grammatical range and accuracy is complex sentence. The more complex sentence you can use in your writing, the higher score you will get in your IELTS examination. The IELTS evaluator, let's say the examiner, will see whether you have used complex sentence in your writing or not. Your writing proficiency, your writing ability will be judged in terms of complex one. For example, if you add two or more sentences together by using prepositions, conjunctions, relative clauses, connectors, that sort of sentence is known as complex sentence. For example, drug addiction, which is considered as one of the social evils of the society, should be abolished from the society. Drug addiction, which is considered as one of the evils of the society, should be abolished from the society. You have added three sentences together there. So, complex sentence is basically formed with the combination of both conjunctions, prepositions, different sort of relative clauses. So that sort of sentence is known as complex sentence. Another varieties of structures under the same scoring criteria, grammatical range and accuracy, that is if sentence. You are expected to use if sentence, or let's say the conditional sentence in your writing. If you make your writing diverse by using different sort of structures, your band score will obviously be different from those who use only one type of structures in their essays. So, we have discussed about simple sentence, compound sentence, complex sentence, and if sentence. Basically, if sentence is known as conditional sentence. For example, The problem of corruption will be abolished from the Nepalese societies if people are given the awareness program. Another example can be, I can buy a laptop if my father gives me some money. So that sort of if sentence. Basically, there are four structures under if sentence. So we'll talk about the grammatical part of if sentence in the next videos. But remember that the use of if sentence in our IELTS writing is very significant to achieve our desired band score. And the next structures that should not be forgotten to write down in our IELTS examination, it's the use of passive sentence. So, the use of passive sentence in our IELTS writing is very significant for us to achieve our desired score. The IELTS examiner will evaluate your writing in terms of passive form as one of the varieties of structures. So, passive form. So, I'd like to present one example using passive form there. Okay. Our society has been constructed due to the combination of different tribes. Our society has been constructed due to the combination of different tribes. The education should be provided to children who are deprived of getting the education. The education should be provided to children who are in the disadvantaged areas. So that sort of structures is known as passive form. So in our IELTS, the use of the varieties of structures under the scoring criteria, grammatical range and accuracy should be seriously considered before you face the IELTS examination. So let's talk about the last scoring criteria which is used in our IELTS writing, both for academic and general training. That is coherence and cohesion. What do we mean by the phrase coherence and cohesion? You should be clear about that first. The word coherence refers to the uniformity of ideas. The uniformity of ideas means you are expected to express your ideas in your writing in a logical manner. For example, if you are writing one essay about the cause and effects of pollution, then in the body paragraph first, you are expected to write down the cause and effects in the next paragraph. First of all, we present the cause and then effects. So that will be the uniformity of ideas. Uniformity of ideas also means you follow the certain steps of writing. For example, in the body paragraph 1, your body paragraph should be started from the topic sentence. After the presentation of topic sentence, you are expected to develop the ideas that you have presented as a topic sentence. After the presentation, after the development of ideas of the topic sentence, you are expected to bring particular examples. You are expected to use the examples to justify the topic sentence that you have stated in the body paragraph. After that, you are expected to make a concession mentioning the result. I'll make different videos regarding how to write down the body paragraph later. So this is what we say the uniformity of ideas. Right? Your body paragraph should be started from the topic sentence. Then the topic sentence that you have stated should be developed, and you are expected to use the examples, and you conclude the body paragraph by mentioning the result. So that is what we say the uniformity of ideas. What about cohesion? Coherence and cohesion. We have understood that coherence means the uniformity of ideas, whereas cohesion means the uniformity of different grammatical devices. For example, the use of conjunction, the use of prepositions, the use of connectors, basically the mechanics of writing, why to use full stop, why to use question mark, why to use capital letters, why to use small letters, that matters. Basically, cohesion refers to the uniformity of grammatical devices which is expected to use in our writing. So thank you very much for watching my videos. In the next videos, I'll come again taking lots of informations related to IELTS, PT, Duolingo and language. Thank you very much. Have a great time. All the best.